Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is a market update for Wednesday, January 7th, 2015. We're going to take a quick look at the market because the market had another big move today, up over 200 points. So, again, it was a greater than 1% move. So we're going to take a look at just a quick look at the indices and some indicators and a couple of the big moving stocks. All right, we're going to start off. The Dow was up 212 points today. So a little bit of a snapback. And of course, the challenge always is this a snapback or is this starting something new? Now, we don't have a close above the 10. It's just, we're just kind of first up day, first decent up day in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days out of 6 days, actually 1 out of 6 days. So you just never know where this is going to go. Is it the beginning? We're just going to have to watch and see. We'll take a look at the hourly charts here in a minute. The S&P 500, similar type little snapback. We're getting the 10 crossing below the 21 here on the moving averages. The NASDAQ, same type of thing, getting the cross. We're down below the 55. We're down below this trend line. So some damage has been done in here, okay? And so it's going to be interesting. Do we pull back a little further and ride the trend line? Do we continue to sell off, pull these trend lines back down, or moving averages over to the downside? New York Composite, again, I think this is, as I mentioned before, one of the weaker or more negative of the broader composite indices. So I'm really watching this closely right now. My count is, I think I had 5 waves down for a wave 1, a wave 2 back that did not go to a new high. And then we could be working a wave 3 in which we're doing 5 waves within wave 3. Now we'll see. We've got to take out this point here to confirm that we've still got a 3, like a minute wave 3 within minor wave 3 going. So we're watching this closely. We'll see whether we get further breakdown or not. One of the things I get on the New York Composite is the McClellan oscillator. It did correct the data on this from yesterday. So this looks a little more accurate, pretty in sync with the McClellan financial folks. And we're off by maybe digits, very, very small. So this is pretty accurate. And again, has not gone down below 150 like you typically like to see it in the deeply oversold area. So again, this could just be a little bit of a bounce. Given the fact that we haven't gotten into the traditional oversold area yet. So that's it on the indices. Let's take a quick look at the hourly charts. Dow Jones Industrial Average on an hourly basis, looking at this entire decline, and now we got a bounce back. We've pulled back just a hair over 38%, okay, over the last day and a half. A little over 38%. So watching to see, is this going to be enough? Is it going to roll back down, or is it going to pull up to 50% or 61.8%? When I look at the wave count, it's a little clearer to me on some of these, like the S&P 500. I think I could count a wave 1. You can see the 5 little waves within wave 1, 2, 3, 4. This 3 being fairly strong in here. It could be something bigger, but I think we've gotten 5 waves down, and now we're getting a much stronger pullback in here. So we'll have to see how this again unfolds. Things have a tendency to adjust. The New York Composite has not pulled back as deep yet. Hasn't pulled back 38% like the S&P 500 has almost gotten to 38% here. It did it on the 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern Time hour. Okay, so that's a little bit of a look at the hourly charts and in the pullback where we're at. Short-term trading index has pulled back down a little bit because we got a little bit more bullish reading today, but still in the neutral zone. The VIX pulled back naturally. When you get a 200-point up, move to the upside, that's what's going to happen with the VIX. Now it's still above the 10 trend line, so the short-term trend is still to the high side, and we'll see whether or not we continue to resume that trend line and that trend and break through this, downtrend line here. Okay, my high-low, I've got a problem with the data displaying, so I don't have the high-low chart tonight. There were 149 more new highs than new lows today. Again, because of the strong activity. Okay, two active to the upside in terms of percentage winners. LULU continues this very strong uptrend. I mean, look, the market's been selling off the last few days. What's LULU been doing? I mean, this has just continued this uptrend after it corrected here, pulled back above, and it just got through all of this congestion that I thought was potential resistance in here from these previous points here of sell-off points, pivot points, I guess you could call them, and close this gap. Let me get my, closing that gap is right what we just did the last couple of days. Now we have another gap up here. Don't know whether or not it's got the power and strength to go that far or not. We'll see what happens. And the other one on to the upside, percentage-wise, was FEYE, but it doesn't look dramatic. It just, like a lot of stocks today, just got a little bounce. Like, it got a bounce. And because we had this big down bar yesterday, you were just right here in the middle. And so we got a doji bar. So that doesn't look like a bullish bar to me. But it was, decent move up 1.11 points today. Take a look at Twitter. Okay, Twitter, after the big move yesterday, Twitter had a down move today. But again, it's an inside bar, inside yesterday's trading range. So it's an inside down. It could, again, be nothing more than, consolidating a little bit of a pullback of the move yesterday. Now, you see this arrow. This is where we got puts, and this is where I got out. And we ended up being slightly positive, basically about break even. And the main reason was, when the market was down 330 points on this day, and this is the kind of action I got out of Twitter, I said, this stock doesn't want to go down. So if it doesn't want to go down, I got to get out of my puts. So that's what I did here on Twitter. So we'll see. I'm not sure for sure what's happening in Twitter. It may be trying to turn here. And the last one tonight we're going to take a look at is, well, I think I just had it, Micron Technologies. Micron, big move to the downside. Again, it's had 3 pretty good moves to the downside. Actually, 5 days in a row has been down. These last 2 days have been pretty good, and it looks like it's breaking this trend line. And so it looks to me like we've got a little bit of a head, and shoulder top in here, kind of an intermediate top. And that's going to project at least down into here if you look at the distance of this head and break it below this trend line. So I think there's more to go, but 5 down days, wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a pullback for a day or two and then resume. You just never know. All right, that's it for tonight. Quick update. We'll be back tomorrow night with another look at the market. Everyone have a great Thursday. And it's been Joe for Beyond the Chart.